Hey YouTube, it's Creepy Crawler. Long time no see. We got some stuff to get caught up with, and mainly the reason I'm doing this video today is I have a new project, and it's one I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've had it since I think maybe 2006, maybe 2007. It was a racer project that I started. And then we just kind of got out of it, and I never finished it, so it got pulled up in the field, and then I got out of mowers for a while. And I actually decided to I've been meaning to get to it, but I've had other stuff that was more pressing. But I finally decided to sell some of my other projects and concentrate on this one. So we're going to go rescue it out of the field today. I'll give you a little walk around of it and take you along with me, and we're going to use the John Deere to grab it. So we might as well do this as a little bit of an update video too. Haven't done a video in a while. I've just been super busy. I had a little beautiful baby girl. She's awesome. She eats up a good bit of my time though, which I'm happy for, but it kind of leaves less time for doing this kind of stuff. So, oh, there's Sammy hiding in the background. Hey Sammy. Oh yeah, you guys probably haven't seen my new daily right there, FJ Cruiser. It's okay. Yeah, I like it, but there's things I might not like about it as much. Who's that? There's Rusty. So we might as well stop in here and do a quick update on Rusty. You can see there's a new motorcycle carb hanging off the side there, and a new set of back tires, newer seat. I've done a bunch of motor work to this thing. It absolutely freaking rips now. I don't remember if I've went over any of that. It's got a new exhaust. The old one used to go down there. Yeah, it's got a cam in it. The head's shaved, the head's ported. Has a 30mm motorcycle carburetor. High ratio rockers, chrome moly push rods, billet rod. It's pretty well as built as you can build a Duramax. I'm guessing I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of at 25, maybe 30 horsepower if I'm lucky. But it really woke this thing up. It's got a lot of power. You can actually see on the last hill climb video I put out, I think it was like hill killing or something, I didn't have this carburetor on here. This carburetor has made a huge difference. I made this intake all out of pie cuts. I think there's 23 pie cuts and all TIG welded. It was a huge pain in the butt, but it turned out great. Made this nice bracket. I had to hold my throttle cable since I'm not using the governor anymore. I do still need to pull the governor out of this thing. I had plans to try to make the governor work the ATV carb, but you can't. The spring in the ATV carb overcomes the spring on the governor, and if you put a bigger spring on the governor, it just fights, and it just, I'm sure you could get it to work somehow, but I wasn't going to mess with it anymore. So yep, that's the update on Rusty, and then we'll pan over here. What is that? So this is a 74 or 75, I forget. Toyota FJ40. I've had one for years as a project. Sold it. That's one of the projects I was talking about. And then this one popped up on Facebook a few days later. It was a really good deal. So I ended up buying it, and now I can drive it around instead of having a project I got to put a billion hours in before I can even start it. So yeah, it's not good. I mean, it's good, but not good. You can see like right here, it's got a bunch of patchwork and stuff, but the frame is solid and it runs and drives. So, and the body's solid. It's just the patching wasn't the best, and it's got some weird wiring stuff that I've been working out, but it's a project, but it's a moving project. All right, carrying on. Also, I don't know if I've showed you guys my John Deere 400 yet. It's got a snow plow, it's got the mower deck, it's got a snow blower, which I probably won't ever use because I'm in Ohio. It's 3-circuit hydraulics, power steering, high-low, hydrostat rear end. This thing flies. It probably goes 12 miles an hour, which is way faster than it needs to go with the stock steering. And it's got a rear 3-point hitch, and I built this picker for it, which actually got bent because I got a little overzealous with it. And there's actually one of the components to the new build. Oh, check that guy out. 27 horse command. Yeah, it's gonna be a ripper actually. And then the other part of the drivetrain is over there. See, those are 820s hiding, so I'm gonna have to pull one of them out of there and try to see if, I know one of them, I think that one has bad shift keys in it when I bought it. The other two I got, I think one was supposed to be good, and one I just got out of a junkyard for 10 bucks. Literally 10 bucks. I couldn't freaking believe it. And it shifted through all the gears and seemed to be, you know, somewhat usable. Who knows, if you put a load on it, the keys might pop. But we'll find one of these and pull it open and try to get it souped up and get it dropped on the racer with this thing, and then maybe down the road do a little bit of work to this thing and have a real ripper of a tractor. But first things first, we got to go get this freaking thing. So I'm gonna hop on the John Deere here, and then we'll get loaded up with the trailer and go down and grab it. I don't know if you guys can hear them or see them. These stupid freaking bees, carpenter bees, ruining my sheds. They got holes all in my thing. I need to spray it with engine oil, but I haven't had time. So maybe we can smack one. Yeah, they're all fighting each other. They won't even try to fight me. Get over here. Nope, not today. We just come down that big hill. Now we're gonna go through this little creek. We made it. John Deere did good, even though we went down that hill that was a little steeper than I was thinking. But we'll take you over here and show you how bad this thing is. So there's Dog. She's out of breath. We just come down the big hill. Got her over. Where is this tractor? You see it? There it is. Hiding in the weeds and the briars. So we were racing these things, just kind of between me and my buddies, our different houses. We had a bunch of tracks made up, kind of some tracks through the woods, a couple tracks out in the field, kind of some they're almost like road courses, I guess, but obviously off-road in the mud, and we'd have jumps and mud holes and all that good stuff. And I'd build another one out of a MTD. Worked really well. I put a 5-speed in it, and pretty decent motor compared to what we were running mostly then. I think it was a 15 horse and everybody else had 12s. But I kept busting the transmissions out of it because we were running those Peerless and foot little 3/4 inch axles. So I wanted, back in the day, we didn't really know about 820s. So I found this one, and it had Peerless 600. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but I'll show you here. This was a Peerless 600, which is a 3-speed H pattern shift, and they were actually really good as far as lawnmower transmissions. They were all needle bearing. They held up good to abuse. The case design was a little better, so they'd take more abuse that way too, because we were jumping off splitting the other ones. Now I know I could have just made a case brace, but at the time we didn't know. So it's kind of an interesting tractor. I'll probably show you more when I dig it out, and there's a lot of stuff I'm going to change. But it has these fenders. I believe they're off of Montgomery Ward maybe. And the frame's a Murray, and I wanted a Murray frame because for one, it had the transmission already in it, 3-speed. Yeah, shifters right here, shifts like that. And then it had good steering, and I think this U-joint was off of a Boland's maybe. But obviously all this stuff's pretty rusted up. Front axle on that Murray's were terrible. They're like a stamped steel, real wimpy thing. So I actually took this front axle out of a MTD, this here, and made bushings for it, because MTD are terrible, but the actual axle itself was usually pretty good. And yeah, put it in here, moved this, made this hood for it. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember how it come off, but apparently like that. Oh yeah, I thought I had hinges on it. But yeah, we're gonna drag this out and see if it's worth trying to resurrect and do something with. Get these briars knocked down. And now we'll flip around and get it with the boom. Yep. pretty good so far. Using the winch to pull it up on and still get tight. Come back here, pick it up. So I can't crank and do all this at the same time, so I have to do this and get it on, then take it there. Well, got the hubs and stuff soaked down. They seem to come loose pretty easy. This was stiff. I'd use about a 2 foot, I don't know, 2.5 foot, whatever this thing is. Yeah, 2 foot. 2 foot bar and a bunch of heat and a bunch of oil on this, but it makes a horrible noise, but it does turn. So I'm gonna keep working it, see if we can get it cleaned up. Well, we had to skip forward a few chapters. I've been working on this thing a little bit, but I'll get you guys caught up. So we got her stripped down. I wasn't ever able to get the steering, it's down there, loosened up. That's why I popped that off and started stripping it down. Went ahead and cut out the factory transmission mount. I had a mount for a Peerless 600, or yeah, Peerless 600. So cut that all out. I actually built this thing because I was getting up, getting down, getting up, getting down. I'm getting older. I mean, I'm not old by any means, but I figured why be bent over working on it when I had some scrap steel laying around. So I made this rotisserie. So take this, go over this here in a second. So you just loosen up this guy here, maybe, and then, oh, we got these here hanging out too. And then you can spin this and make your hubs fall off. So if you need to work on the side of it, sweet. If you need to work on the other side of it, also sweet. So we can check and show you a little bit more what I did here. So I ended up making a frame, subframe, I guess you'd call it, a 3/4 inch square tube to help reinforce this pan frame, because this is an old Murray frame. They're not super stiff. And I needed to make mounts for the 820, so I welded these in, put these cross braces in, put the start of a skid plate in. I'm going to end up doing a skid plate just right across here, and then I'll tie in back here and kick up. Or might even cut this down a fuzz, but you can kind of see it there. I got all 4 bolt holes. Well, you can't. Move this here. Oh. There we go. This stupid finger is in the way. What I'm trying to show you. Oh yeah, we'll just do it over here. So I want to use all 4 bolt holes on each side on the back to mount this. So you got the 2 coming up here, and then you got the 2 here. These ones obviously were coming into the frame, so I just made up these things. They're drilled out and then tapped for this size bolt. I think it's 5/16, and then bolts come in through the bottom. You just tighten them up. We don't have to have a wrench on the top or screw around with anything there. Got this tacked in. Had it tacked in wrong. Had to cut these tacks off and re-straighten everything up, but that's coming out pretty good. Well, it pretty much covers the frame. Working on these hubs here too. These are just shaft collars. They're meant to connect 2 shafts together. I got them off Surplus Center, but they're going to be about perfect. They actually have more keyway in them than the factory wheel part does, so saves having to cut them off. And then over here, I got the brake system. This is the entire brake setup off of a Ninja 300. I got it off eBay used in working condition. Ninja 300s are kind of beginner bikes, so there's a lot of these around. They're pretty cheap because there's a pretty big supply of them. They're a common bike. This will get mounted over here. Gonna get the laser guy designed up a thing to hold the rotor. And got the rotor off this bike too, so all the stuff should work together. And then I'll mount this up here somewhere, and so the pedal can activate it. So, yep, that just kind of gets us caught up to where we're at. I need to bring the motor in and figure out where it's going to sit, and then I can make the hood mount, then I can make the dash and mount the seat, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this is a interesting project for you. I don't know that I've ever done a build on the channel. If I have, it's been a while anyways, and definitely not one of this caliber. So, but I'll keep you tuned in. Thanks for watching. Creepy Crawler out.